Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna.
And welcome to the
We
We
Watch It
Watch
All
All
podcast,
podcast.
where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for. It's the special edition
Real Housewives of Orange County trailer.
RHOC.
We thought it's been so hyped up, the OC, that we have to do it. This is our most anticipated show to come back.
Yeah.
We binge watched all 16 seasons of it, and we talked about it here on the podcast.
Thinking we weren't going to complete it in time, and then lo and behold...
Sandoval just had to screw everything up.
Yeah, but we were done long before even
know,
Sandoval, so
but,
it was like...
Yeah.
She had us on a regimented schedule. It was...
And we're caught up.
Scary at best.
We're ready for it. So if you want to prepare yourself as well, go listen to those episodes. You can listen to them on...
I almost feel like I want to watch at least the last episode that Tamara was in so that I can see where she landed with everybody. Because, like, I feel like I remember who she was okay with and who she wasn't okay with. Like, I think that would be an interesting...
kind of neutral.
I don't know. There was some issues.
Probably be better to watch the reunion.
Yeah, or the reunion. Yeah. To see, like, where everything ended up with her as far as, like, who she was talking to.
But wait,
to see how they come back.
Because Heather was on the cast, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing, though. All you have left from that cast is Gina and Emily.
And Shannon.
And Shannon, but we know she's good with Shannon.
Yeah, but I don't remember how she actually ended it with Shannon. But I would like to see how she ended it with, like, so maybe then watch the one with Heather, the reunion with Heather, just to see where they left it. And then, like, you know, just, I mean, what's it, 2 episodes? I mean, we watched 5,000 of them. I mean, really, at this point.
Or you could listen to our podcast episode, maybe we'll tell you.
You could, and then, yeah.
Before we get into the trailer, because that's what we're going to discuss today, if you don't know, it's going to premiere on Wednesday, June 7th on Bravo. And it's going to premiere on Thursday, June 8th on Peacock. I'm just assuming that. I'm assuming. It's always next day on Peacock. So I'm just going...
Probably, yeah. I would imagine so, too.
So Andy has confirmed that there is 18 episodes, not including reunion, because it's obviously not filmed yet. So we are going to post our episode on Mondays. So that will be June 12th will be our first episode for this. Just so everybody is up to date. I think we should start with introducing our wives here. Just refresh so everybody knows who the cast is.
Okay.
Do you have the list or not?
I know who they are. I mean, I don't need a list.
Okay. So we have Heather.
My favorite.
We have Tamara. We have Shannon. We have Emily, Gina, and the new housewife, Jennifer, which Tamara said that she actually knew her from training her at Cut Fitness.
Yeah, I'm assuming
they didn't end on good terms due to an issue with her
gym. So then I guess she didn't bring her in.
I thought so too when she first said that, and then she didn't. So I'm not really sure. And then our friend is Taylor, which is who Tamara is for sure bringing in.
Yeah.
Because you see her in the trailer.
Now I'm wondering if Gina didn't bring her in, because that was one of my thing was that it looks like Tamara brought in the new girl Jen, because she says to her, I want you to meet I want to introduce you to my friends, but it looks like she's introducing her to Taylor, but that's not, many times you've walked up to a door and then that's not when they open it, who's behind it. But Gina does seem very friendly with the new girl, I thought.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they were maybe friends or do they just bond together? Because she says things that make you think they weren't friends prior, where she's like, oh, you are good with the cheesy stuff like that. Like where I feel like if that was your friend, you would know that she is.
Maybe she was. She did say, so I watched a little bit of this Bravo Live, which we'll just jump into that really quick because it's like 3 little things I have on it. The Bravo Live they did on Instagram. You can watch it on YouTube. I watched just like a bit of it. She did say that her and Jennifer met prior, and this was actually, they had a paper.
Gina or Tamara?
Tamara. It was Tamara and Shannon were on this with the host. I'm not sure who it was. They had a paper on in front of them when they accidentally went live on their account when they were supposed to go Bravo, and then they were supposed to join through Bravo. They were very lost, very confused, very them.
Yeah, I would say I don't think Shannon knows how to do those things.
No, they were both together in the thing, and they're saying they're getting calls and texts saying, "Get off the live, you're on the wrong live." I mean, yeah, that makes sense. So the paper they had like notes or like points they were supposed to hit. One was that saying that the cast finally feels right, which I would agree. I think without even seeing this, it seems like a pretty well-rounded
I do too.
cast.
I think they seem pretty decent.
And then she was also supposed to say, Jen and I have been prior friends to her being asked to be on the Housewives and prior to me returning. Which makes sense because she also said in that interview that when Broadwin was coming on, it was actually Jennifer versus Broadwin when they were going to pick the Housewives, and they chose Broadwin over her.
Oh, well, there's that.
And she also, one of the other points they were supposed to hit was to say that we were going to see more Taylor in the mix than is shown in the trailer, which is possible.
Oh, I think so too. Because Taylor's a hog.
Like when you're the friend of, you're supposed to be like a. It's supposed to be like a tease.
Well, look at Jen Fessler, though. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
Could she be in almost every scene? And even Jackie,
she in the trailer.
No, yeah.
Like, I think that's what they were referring to. Is like from what we saw in the trailer.
You just open the door and there she is, type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give some of our overall thoughts, just a quick little thoughts on the trailer. And then we're gonna go with predicting the storylines for each wife, and then the big fight. And then I have a little special thing. I don't know if you did this as well, but I tried to pick out where I saw. I think they're lying to us in editing, where they're trying to trick us into believing one thing and there's not.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get you much.
I got 3 things. So we will.
Well, I will just say before we go into the storyline, I thought the trailer was cute though. Yeah. How they started it with the old school housewife.
Different kind of trailers. Like they're trying to make their trailers 50s, more unique.
Like, just telling what a housewife should be like, and then you see like little black and white clips of them trying to emulate that, and it's not the best.
Well, they had a whole lot of time to make this damn trailer.
Yeah, that's true. So they probably said, let's have some. I mean, I would have said, let's have some fun with it if I was them too, but
that's why I think the girls trip editing is always so much like
because they have a lot of time.
They have a lot of time because I think they mentioned the year was like way off. They said 2020. I don't know.
I felt like it was right after COVID or like in that flux time. Who knows?
Like going into 2021, I think they might have said. Sorry, I think they said 2020, 2021, which is like for
2020 would be no.
No, way too far. 2021, which is like whoa.
But it was cute because then they go straight into like the color and they're like this season, and they really start like. The way they edited, though, it was tough to tell what was what because you definitely felt a big jump around. Like, they were jumping all over the place. Because one minute you saw stuff that you thought was whatever this trip they took was, or there was, like, a whole Western-y looking...
There's, like, a Western trip, and then there's, like, one where they look like...
whitewater rafting.
Yeah, but, I mean, that could be the same...
That's what I'm saying. Like, that looks like that could be the same type of thing. But then, I don't know. It was very hard to...
Very, like, confusing. Because there was also somewhere that I thought... which is my first note, was where I think the most of the drama is going to take place, is at this party where they all have the wigs on. That definitely looks like it's going to be like the catalyst for everything. And then there's 2 lunches there that looks like there's the one where Tamara throws the napkin at the new girl. Yeah. And then they're on a boat, which it's hard to tell because Tamara has a like jumpsuit that's pink on, like an actual like looking jumpsuit on the boat. But at the lunch, she has like a pink suit on. So I thought they were the same things until I like slowed it down and I really looked. I'm like, oh no, wait, this is a boat thing that they're doing. And then this is a lunch. And I also took note of like, I think it was like Shannon was the one where I was like, okay, Shannon's sitting somewhere totally different now and different outfit. It was more looking at everybody else to wear because it kind of caught you off guard thinking this is the same thing because you just saw Tamara in hot pink and like throwing and getting crazy.
I mean, honestly, I could do my storyline first because honestly, I have no idea what the storylines are going to be. I really couldn't tell much.
Yeah, I had to make some guesses here.
Except that Tamara is probably going to fight with almost everyone, I feel.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, because she appears to have problems with Heather, Shannon, Gina, the way they are showing it. The new girl, Jen. I mean, the only one that I didn't see her having a problem with was Emily, but who's to say?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw her having problems with
I know
almost
she
all
said
of
that
them.
I in the Instagram Live, they did say that Tamara and Shannon had a little, like, bump in the road that they have to work out.
I think, first of all, Shannon knows she needs the ally.
Yeah.
Tamara knows she needs to come back. Strong. And that they are going to walk away going, see, she was exactly what we needed to bring back.
Yeah.
She knows she has to come and, I don't want to say have drama with everybody, but she has to be in that mix. I hope she finds a happy medium because I do love me Tamara. I hope she finds a happy medium where she is not
like
just
Lisa Rinna too much.
Not just starting trouble because that is a lesson learned. It becomes too much where you're just like, get rid of her already. She's just problematic. You have to figure out, like, that's what I think that New Jersey Housewives are doing in a certain respect. Yes, they are fighting. Some of the fights are getting annoying, but they pull it back together for the activities and the events, and they try to pull it back together and have fun.
Nobody doesn't want to film with anybody.
Yeah. If you don't do that, you're going to be screwed. That's what they're doing on Vanderpump. They're already talking about setting everybody separately, and they can film with them, and they can film with them. No, that's going to be a disaster. You need to nip that in the bud.
No, that's going to be, like, boring. My other thought was, too, I loved, at the end, obviously, the Vicky part was, like, the best part of the whole trailer. But what I actually really liked is because she's not a friend of, she's a guest. So it's
Vicky?
Yeah, she's smaller.
Okay.
Like, I know she's going to go on their trip with them, I believe. But what I really liked was that it was just like a little tease. It was like a little bit. It wasn't like we didn't see a lot of her. We just saw that one clip at the end. It's like this is what I want from a Marvel trailer. Like, give me a tease.
Was the absolute best. The producers clearly still do not fancy Vicky because they painted her in the worst possible light you could ever paint anybody, because they said at the very end, they're like, oh, remember to put on your best face, put your best face forward. And then Tamara opens that door and there's Vicky screaming like a monster. She's like, rah. Well, now listen, I know
subtitles wrote that she wrote boo, but I've never heard that kind of sound of a scream come out of another.
No, that wasn't. That was more like a roar.
I was like, yeah,
because that was not boo.
It was like
she went roar. And I'm sorry.
Came deep from the stomach.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I know, you can only edit so much, but they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to set it up that way.
Yeah.
Because who's to say what she was trying to do, spook her, what have you. But you didn't have to set it up with, put your best face forward, and then she comes in looking like crazy madam lady. So, I don't know.
I mean, and then the editing, too, where it's like the title card, and you just hear Tamara's own scream, like, echoing through the title card was, like, pretty perfect. So
I'm like, no, that's crazy.
All right, so let's do our storylines then. Let's say what we think each one's going to be. So for Heather, I'm going to go with starting some kind of business based on the Mark Cuban clip.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she's starting.
I think it's going to be some kind of, like, business. That was my guess of, like, what we're going to see. Because she doesn't really have that anymore of, like, I'm just returning back. That's what I'm doing this season.
Yeah, no,
like,
I think she's starting a business. I don't know what it could be, to be honest with you,
But sometimes, because the show, they wait to announce it, like, when the show is airing for the buzz better. For Tamara, I'm going just simply returning. Just coming back as a housewife. Like, I don't think she's going to have, like,
finding out what she's doing, that she has this new business.
Like a catch-up.
That the
like,
other
kind
thing
of like Heather's.
I think she'll be on the,
For blending. Shannon, it looks like the relationship, because we know they broke up, but they're back together again.
I don't know.
I saw pictures with him and her
it's
and Tamara.
Tricky. I don't know. Obviously, they're going to have issues, and I'm like, really? That's where we're going with this?
And for Emily, I got nothing on Emily.
No,
I never have anything on.
Never do.
Now that she's fixed the relationship with the husband,
never does.
What does she
nothing.
have?
She never has anything.
I don't really know.
And like, she's one of those people that are getting to the point where you're like, see ya. Like, you might have to go. You're filler at this point. A friend of would be
Gina,
probably fine.
I'm going with trouble in her relationship as well.
That one I did not see coming, because I don't know what her problem is, because you hear Heather saying, if you keep doing this, you're going to drive him away. And I don't know what her problem is. Is it something with the ex-husband that she's, I don't want to say jealous or whatever, but something's clearly going on there, and I'm shocked, because that guy looks very easygoing.
And then for our new girl, I'm going to go with whatever this past affair, cheating scandal that happened.
Clearly
they're
her
gonna
husband.
dig that back
something
out.
with the husband, which I guess it must be, I guess they made it sound like he's some sports figure, baseball. I don't know. I thought they kept saying, I don't know why I thought that was something. I don't know where I'm getting that. Could be totally making this up. But they made it sound like whatever this was, it's been out there, it's kind of known. I don't know. So I don't think it's like something that's going to be like shocking that it's coming out that he's cheated.
No, I just think they're going to like try to dig into it more, because they love a good cheating scandal.
Well,
And as for our big fight for the season, what do you think it's going to be? Like, what do you think the major thing, the
you know
big
what?
thing?
I don't know. I have it down that it's going to be Tamara fighting. I thought maybe Tamara and Gina, but then I'm not really sure. But then I don't know if it could end up being something with Tamara and Heather. Yeah. Because I could see them having the most explosive thing, but they really don't touch on that. Like, she just makes one little comment like, "Oh, we pinky promised." Like, I don't know if she's being sarcastic or she was being genuine or what that was, but I mean, the sad part is you can see Tamara fighting with everybody.
Yeah, so it is.
And you don't really see anybody else going at anybody else. Here's the thing, though. Do I see Shannon and Gina talking? No. Do I see Shannon and Emily talking in any of these clips? No. That's the thing. I don't see hardly any of them talking. So I don't...
But that might be like how we said, like, Dolores and Jennifer Aiden. They kind of just coexist in the moment. Like, they're not, like, friends.
I don't know. It's very weird. But if I had... Based on that one lunch, I would have to say Tamara and Gina. But like you said, I feel like the one that would make the best fight would be obviously Heather and Tamara. If I had to pick one that,
I'm going with that it's going to be Shannon, Tamara, and Taylor all together against Heather, because they did come out and say that there was something at the BravoCon, like they were not good. And I think for me, I think it's going to be something Taylor says to Heather, because it looked like there was something on that lunch.
And then they'll side with her.
And that will cause the issue. That's where we're going to see, I think, the pinky promise come into play, is like,
where they didn't,
her being like, we made a deal.
That we
but
were,
people are saying...
Because at the beginning, those two could get together, and her coming back, she could say something to her like, listen, we're not going to do... When Shannon came back, we made agreements that we weren't going to be the way we were. Like, you know, do you want to do something similar like that, where we're going to start fresh, everything's going to be fresh, you're going to have my back, I'll have your back, and like, you know, jokingly be like, pinky promise, and like, where it sounds like she might not have with something with Taylor, and I could see that being an issue. Yeah,
I will say, people said, because they were still not good, but recently they filmed a episode of Family Feud, and it seems like, I saw the little Instagram clip Heather posted, they all seemed like they were like good together, like there was nothing, but you know, they are cordial always.
But they could, I think those are fundraisers or like charity things, so they could have just came together. I mean, Heather will obviously never give you the benefit of the doubt of her not doing something. So I think she would come together for a charity event.
Well, they were also saying that
was Taylor there?
I don't know. Tamara also apparently refollowed Heather on Instagram. So there is that. Now let's get into where we think some editing could have.
The only thing that I think that I saw that could have been weirded or like not right was them also like not making us think that Heather and Tamara have a problem. But the only from the scene here, the only one would be the Gina fight at the lunch, where they're making it look like she's having a fight with Tamara, but it's not Tamara.
Well, because Tamara is on that same side with Taylor, so maybe it's going to be something where it's going to...
But then I try to think of who else would use those kind of terms besides Tamara. Not many.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing. Like, because the names that she called her are not names that I would see anybody else really using. Yeah. And I don't know if Vicky was there.
I don't think so. I didn't see her in any of those. No, I think she's really just going to come on these trips, which would make sense as if she came down and surprised her on the trip.
Yeah, I didn't see her, so that's the only thing that, like, if it was her, maybe, but
I don't think so. I don't think Vicky's going to be, like, that
But I don't know, like, I thought maybe they were trying to make us think that it was Tamara, because then Tamara throws the towel in the other girl's face, but I don't know, like, I'm not sure. What did you find?
All right, so, one, obviously, if you didn't look closely enough, Shannon slaps Heather in the beginning of the trailer. Now that is 100% staged. If you look closely, they're holding tortillas in their hand, which was a big TikTok trend. Yeah. So that's obviously, you know, they're trying to make us think something. But I think they realize most people are not going to fall for that.
Yeah, well.
Now, there is one where I'm kind of a little unsure. So it's where Shannon looks like she's telling Tamara that she's becoming unhinged. Now, I feel like that could not be for her.
I thought it was for... You don't think it's for Tamara?
I don't know, because here's my thing. We know that they're good, and I just don't... Even if it is for... I don't think it's going to cause a fight. But I also think Shannon would say that stuff to Tamara to try to, like, calm her down. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't really know. I can't... Like, it's hard to tell because it does switch back so fast between the lunches that you can't tell, like...
Yeah, which lunch is what.
Where is everybody sitting?
No.
So, I don't 100%
and
know
who
if
else
I feel
would
like
be
she's
unhinged. Could maybe be Heather. It could be.
I don't know.
But Tamara... but if I had to use a word... Who would I connect the word unhinged to? Would be Taylor, always. Yeah. I don't know what she would do or whatever, but I'm saying, like, if you had to say pick one of those housewives, who do you think is unhinged? It would absolutely be Taylor. Yeah.
So that's the only thing I could think that I was kind of like, that might, because it just, the way they cut it was that Tamara was speaking, cut to Shannon.
Yeah.
The last one that I thought was Emily talking to Heather about saying that she thought they were friends, but she guesses she was wrong. To me, that feels like a misdirect. If you listen to the tone of Emily's voice when she says that,
but she's talking
it
about
just doesn't
else.
Sound like she's serious. It sounds like she's repeating words from somebody else.
Maybe she's talking about Gina. Because that's who was her friend.
Plus, I think she would be way too scared to speak to Heather like that. Yeah. So, I don't feel like she would, like, come at it like that. But it's the fact that they're also at the wig party, which makes me feel like maybe somebody said that. Or maybe Tamara said that about Heather behind her back. Like, I thought we were friends or something.
Yeah, she could be repeating what someone else said. Because, that is one of those things.
But, I mean, that's all I had. Just a little something.
I hope they come out with something else as well. Because I feel like it wasn't... Like, first of all, you don't get to see, like... Usually they will show fights, but they'll also show you what they're doing. And they don't really show that much
it was
activities.
A lot of, like it chopped very fast.
A lot of dinners, it looked like, or sit-down meals. And I'm like, oh, come on. Like, there was that one thing that looked like a trip. I don't know where the trip is that Vicky goes on. Is that it?
I think they said Mexico.
Oh.
Which could make sense if Vicky was already down in Mexico and then just surprised them. I think it was. I thought I saw somebody say that. So maybe there's the Mexico trip, and then it looks like maybe they're going to do like a little quick weekend trip.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of Midwest type
ranch or something.
Yeah, ranch type thing. I don't know. I mean, it looks interesting. I'm excited to watch it regardless. So we'll see.
Yeah. Andy also said that he's seen, I think, all the episodes except for the finale. He said it's pretty good, but, that is kind of his job to hype up these shows.
Yeah. Oh. I think he'll look foolish if he doesn't do it properly, but we'll see.
I'd love to know what he thought of the last season of Ultimate Girls Trip. Imagine he said that, I'd be like, okay, now I can't believe you.
I don't think he's ever really said anything.
I think this is on his, his radio show.
But I'm saying the people that have been on since that started, I don't think he's really said you were good cast, bad cast. It needed more. He hasn't really said anything, and he's had questions. I think he thought it was just perfect. I don't know, because he really, when he was talking to Marisol and Alexia, he didn't really act like there was that much lacking, especially in them, because we were unsure, are they really in that full blown mix, because they were we thought it was all right, though. Yeah.
Check out our episodes. We did that. We're currently doing New Jersey. We put New Jersey up every Saturday. So our first episode for OC will be up on June 12th, so make sure you follow and subscribe and turn notifications so you don't miss that. We're still doing New Jersey. I did hear that the wedding special is going to come before the reunion, which kind of makes sense, I think, in my opinion.
Oh,
so we'll obviously be doing the wedding special.
Don't they keep going after the... they film after the wedding, or no?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to, lead up until the wedding, and then we'll get the wedding and finish. I think the wedding will be the end of the season. So...
Well, the other thing I before we end that I had on my notes that I was curious about, I'm wondering what happened with Terry, because they show him wheeling him in a wheelchair. I mean, we all know he's got his refreshing done before this episodes, but
it didn't look like that. It had to be something.
Couldn't have been anything too bad, because I don't know. She wheeled him into something, so I mean, it couldn't have been anything too traumatic. I hope not.
No,
I love me Tether and me. I love me Terry. Tether. I'm making them their own name. Tether. I love me Tether. That is a good name, Tether, for them. Couple name, but.
All right, so make sure you give us a good rating. Let us know what you guys thought of the trailer and your rating, or if you're on YouTube, you can leave it in a comment below.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch.
Also, if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how we can improve.
If I throw anything in here, I so throw you off.
What?
I just noticed that. Anytime I add something, I so throw you off.
I'm just trying to remember it all. Listen to our other podcast. We talk about it all to know the memory up here.
Yeah.
It's not that great. We just had a discussion the other day that both of us can't have ADD because we're never going to get anything done.
I don't know what that means, but let's go.
What? All right. We'll see you guys on Saturday for New Jersey.
Yeah.
Unless you're the OC, we'll see you all the way in June. Till then.
Oh, that would be a shame.
You should come listen to the New Jersey ones.
Don't do that. If nothing else, just pop on over to the crazy that happens on the We Talk It All.
We talk it all.
We talk it all. We talk about it all.
Yeah, no, now we officially have to go.
Yeah.
Waiting on you here.
Oh, I'll hit the button.